something. Oh, fuck.
Hey everyone, Brian and Jeff with WorkshopAddict.com, and we are going to go over, test, and abuse the Hitachi combo kit KC18DBFL2. This is a brushless kit that comes with an impact wrench, a drill, one compact 3.0 amp hour battery, a bag, and a charger. Now this hammer drill is 2-speed, 0 to 400 and 0 to 1800, and it has a rating of 620 inch-pounds. The impact driver is 0 to 3100 RPM, 0 to 3400 BPM, and rated at just over 1500 inch-pounds. This kit is going to go through hell.
And as you watch the video, you'll see what we put it through.
So while it was new, we thought the first thing to do was test the drill run out.
Which,
it's mediocre.
yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot worse and we've seen
Some
little better.
So either way, that's one good thing that's going for this smaller mid-sized drill. We wanted to then take the impact wrench while it's brand new, get a gauge on what the power is. We were screwing in some 6-inch lags.
Screwing two 4x4s together and it had really good power.
Then we moved into some 3-inch lags, and you didn't even know that
No.
you were putting them in.
We should have started out with the 3s and moved up to the 6s.
The only thing that we'll say about this one is that you do have to pull the collet out to change bits, which is fairly normal on a lot of them, but it doesn't have a quick load and it doesn't spring out. So very nice system, easy to handle, ergonomics is great.
Small, lightweight.
So what we moved on to next is the drill. We wanted to say, can the drill do the same thing the impact driver can with the 6-inch lags?
And both high and low, no problem whatsoever.
And in fact, when you got down to the bottom, it actually torqued your wrist around.
Yeah, it
quite a
wanted
bit.
to keep going.
For a mid-sized drill, this is very impressive. And for the rating, we've seen some rated at 600 inch-pounds, and they haven't performed that well.
No, it's very torquey drill.
So from there, we wanted to go and drill with a 1-inch spade bit and do multiple holes. And we just wanted to drill over and over, and the goal here was to see if we could get that compact battery hot and get it to time out.
I don't think it ever really timed out. It locked up due to drilling in some hard knots.
Yep.
But other than that, the battery never timed out.
No, it just continued to drill. And again, we're in high here, so this drill is having no issue. We're just trying to put a little bit of stress on it as we're going through. The next thing we want to do is just try the 6-inch lag with the impact driver in some end grain. And again, no
Not a
issue.
problem at all.
That's just, both of these tools are performing flawlessly up to this point. So next thing we did, Jeff accidentally kicked it into a bucket of water, right? Happens once in a while, so we pulled it out, shook it off.
We were trying to demonstrate job site mud puddles.
And had zero issue with screwing in a 3-inch lag afterwards, 2 of them. It kicked butt, went right through it, and the drill happened to fall in the water also.
Happened.
So we pulled that out. Again, I mean, there's a lot of water coming out of these. Drill going in, 1-inch spade bit, absolutely no issues.
No issues.
So I know the battery's in there, you shouldn't get it in. That water was already filthy from us washing our hands in it. These tools are covered in water. And next we went to sand. So we just covered the drill in sand.
Packed
it in, threw it underneath there. No issue, everything went, everything came out, worked great. Drilled in with a 1-inch speed bore again, no issue. Moved on to the impact in sand. Packed it in, and we kind of packed it in the trigger a little
Yeah,
too
we
hard.
had a little issue with the trigger, but we were able to save that, and it did work.
Yeah,
flawlessly.
the trigger just actually, I was pushing it right into the trigger. I could feel what I was doing, when I pulled the trigger, I knew that the sand had stuck it solid. So we came in the shop, popped it out, no issue.
Which normal use on a job site, yeah, you're going to lay them down in the sand, but you're never really going to pack it in like what we did.
No.
So I don't think
I'd
there's
hope
ever going to
not.
be an issue.
I'd hope not.
Or that guy might not be working for you.
Some people, yeah, there are employees out there. I've been watching a lot of things happen on our little construction job, and I think there's some vindictive employees out there that probably would to try to get in your tool. But
Yeah.
either way, from there, we thought, what do we want to do? Drive over it in some sand?
Why not?
So we drove over the impact in the sand, no issue. Same thing, just picked it up, worked great. Drove over the drill in the sand, over and back, turned the tires on it.
Forward, backward, high, low, everything works great.
You wouldn't even know really that anything happened. So taking it one step further, we'll drive over it in the Stonecrete.
And still, everything worked fine. We did leave a little road rash on it, but
The drill took a little bit of hit on the chuck. You can see where it didn't really dent. It scraped it up a little bit. Everything's fine. The drill came out next to unscathed. We drove over the impact and we stuck the trigger again, and we did a little bit more damage to the rubber overmold and started to peel a Hitachi sticker. But again, came back
all else
inside.
still works.
Pulled the trigger back out, which really was the only reason it was stuck in because of the sand. Everything's good. So these tools took some serious abuse out there and are still kicking. I mean, you get wet and you get pummeled with sand whenever you turn them on. But at this point, I think what we wanted to go through here and prove is that these combo kits, you can buy them and they're cheaper.
You're getting 2 tools.
And you're getting one small battery. And I don't know if,
That's the major downfall for this set, is only one battery.
You get the compact batteries most of the time, but at the same point, you're not getting high-end tools. They have the Hitachi triple hammer impact driver that is absolutely rocking. That's not too far behind. This is a mid-sized drill that took some serious abuse and still did 90% of some things. I mean, this thing performed better than the DeWalt that we had. Remember, we had the DeWalt with the 3/4 inch, well, as far as run out also, but we had a DeWalt with the 3/4 inch spade bit, and it continued to fail at the end of every hole. So I like that. These things came out of this testing and did great. I would be happy to have them in my toolbox, and we'll continue to use them. Again, Hitachi's flaw, in my opinion here, is there's no fuel gauge on the battery. I know it's coming when they go to the dual voltage, and maybe when they switch to the Metabo HPT, but then they only have 2 bars on the gauge on the tool.
So it's either charged or dead, or almost.
Pretty much.
There's no in between on them.
So we went through this, and we wanted to give you guys an idea of, hey, what's some real torture testing going to be like, and what will these tools do when they survive through? Hope you had some fun watching this video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, give us a like, give us some comments below about what else you'd like to see some of these tools go through. Also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks for your time, guys. Have a great day.